Welcome to another episode of Times Square Kung Fu. I am your host, Frankie Balboa, aka the Shogun Supreme, man. Y'all know the deal, you know the vibes. What's the vibes today? Man, we're going to be talking about people using zombies to smuggle drugs into modern day Hong Kong, a cop that knows towers, magic, voodoo lady, all that jazz in this horror action fantasy of a film, the 1990 Magic Cop, directed by Stephen Tung Wei, starring Mr. Vampire himself, Lam Ching Yi. We got Michiko Nishiwaki, Billy Chow, Frankie Long. We got a whole bunch of awesome actors in this film. In this episode, I'll be talking about the packaging, the audio options, and the extras. As you see right here, as I displayed the beautiful art from Sean Longmore, he'll be doing some good stuff over the years for 88 films. I just love the way the uses of colors for him. He has a good saturated look to it. So shout outs to him. Now, before I get further into the episode, shout out to MBD Entertainment Group for providing me a review copy of this release. Now, this release is Region A and Region B, and that is a good thing because in this film, there's animal cruelty, and that's not allowed in the UK. So if you guys have a region-free player, switch it to Region B so you don't guys see that particular scene, and that scene involves a cat. So if you guys in North America do not have a Region B player or a PC with a 4K or Blu-ray player to rip the films, skip that scene when you see the white cat. It's not Gucci at all. You know, I'm a pet owner, I got 2 cats, and seeing that scene again, I'm like, nah, chill. So yeah, letting you guys know, I'm not gonna get into details, letting you know when you see the white cat, fast forward that. It doesn't last too long, but skip it ahead if you're not into that. Now, the beginning of this film took a while to get started for me. Is because the jokes didn't resonate for me. It gets a little comedy heavy at the first 30 minutes or so, and it gets sprinkled a little bit throughout. And that's because I'm a natively Spanish speaker. Sometimes when I tell jokes to Spanish to my friends that do not speak Spanish, and I translate in English, like the usual case, you say, hey, it sounds funnier in Spanish. So I think that was the case for me watching this. So, but after the 34-minute mark, the film picks up. The action, the fantasy element is just amazing, and it still holds up very well. I mean, Lam Ching Ying did the action. He was the action director with Hisao Ho, who some of you guys might recognize him, from earlier Shaw Brother films, especially, The Lady is the Boss with Cara Hugh. So he had a good team doing the action for this film. But yeah, the second half, the comedy was different because they were more animated for me. So it was easier to, understand what was going on that aspect. Now, the extras in this film, you have the Taiwanese cut with an alternate score. I haven't got to see that cut yet, but that's in standard def. You got commentary by everyone's favorite, Frank Denge, and Mark Walco, who is pretty much known in the Japanese cinema circle. The guy knows, he knows a ton of knowledge, but I'm glad he's doing more and more commentary work as of late. As you see me doing this comparison with a previous 88 films release, you see the case is thicker, and that is because this release doesn't come with a booklet. It's just a poster, a commentary track, and I forgot, it also has an interview with Tung Wei in the image gallery for this release. But yeah, I mean, not too much of a big deal. Some case looks cool, as you saw when I did a comparison with the Inner Line Duty box. So yeah, this is different for 88 films, and I don't mind, man. It's more room for my Blu-ray shelf. You know what I mean? But the audio, has 4 options. Has the original Cantonese, and DTS Master has the home video mix, and DTS Master has the English dub in 5.1 and 2.0, and DTS Master. And I'm gonna play you guys some examples so you guys can know what you guys getting, and when you get the release, which one to go with. So let's get into this, yo.
Oh shit! Get going! Oh shit! Get going!
Those are your 4 audio track samples, and usually when a home video mix is included with a release, that's what I usually go for. It's like the fidelity overall to the sound. But for this release, I don't know, man. I just liked the way the original 2.0 track sounded. It just made sense to me. You know what I mean? It's hard to explain. But again, sound is subjective for a lot of you guys, and just let me know which audio mix you guys gonna go with when you get this film on the 25th of July. That's right, the 25th of July. You still have time to pre-order, so get that cracking. Now with that said, before I wrap the video up, I wish this film did one thing and one thing only. I wish it had this drug zombie muse actually sell drugs, because that would have been hysterical. Imagine drug dealing zombies, man. Yo, we need that, man. Well, somebody needs to make that happen. If somebody already made that happen, let me know. Because for real, man, imagine if they had these zombies, dude, slinging crack in the corner of Kowloon. That would have been hysterical, you know what I mean? But yeah, as always, like I tell all my beautiful people out there, like, share, and subscribe. And until the next one, peace.